Hello. I'm not going to say long time no see because it hasn't been that long. I was thinking about this earlier. One of my the most annoying things that I like about other bloggers that drives me the most crazy is when somebody's just doesn't post for a week and is then they do a whole where I've been, they were gone for a month kind of video. I'm always you haven't been gone that long. But I know I've been pretty inconsistent. I mean, my last couple of videos, or just that one, the Beauty Heroes video I did at the beginning of the month pretty much explains sort of where I've been at. But then this month we also took a couple of trips and I just haven't been putting a ton of time into my channel, which I've kind of needed. I've needed like a break from this, from a lot of things, from life. I've needed a break from life. But I've been making an effort to do a lot of things that I enjoy that are outside of this. I love this. I love YouTube and I love, interacting with you guys and trying new products. And I mean, I really do love beauty, but I've always said I'll only do this as long as it's still fun. And sometimes I just need a break to make sure that it stays fun and that it doesn't become a chore, because this isn't my job. I do this strictly as a hobby. The income that I have gotten from my channel has helped with a lot of things. It's helped when we had fertility stuff going on. It helped when my cat, was going through her stuff earlier this year. But, this isn't a job for me. I don't depend on the income from YouTube. So I don't ever want this to become a chore or a job or something like that. I want it to still be a place that I can come and enjoy. And sometimes I just need a break. So I thought we would catch up, talk about some things. I haven't unpacked my makeup. I went on a trip last weekend and I still haven't unpacked my makeup. I put it in my little Chipotle, my Chipotle makeup bag that I got from the e.l.f. collection that I bought. I haven't put that stuff away, so I figured I would just go ahead and just use the makeup that I brought with me. I'm also using the Kinship Self-Reflect Probiotic Moisturizing Sunscreen. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not even going outside, I don't think, because I don't think there's even any mail today, but this was in my bag, so I figured, whatever, I'll use it. This is what I've been using most of the time when I put sunscreen on when I go outside lately. I don't wear sunscreen every day. I'm not one of those people. It just seems expensive and unnecessary, especially when I don't leave my house. But when I go out, I went to the lake a couple of weekends ago and I used this and it worked really well. I used it when I went to Meteor Crater, which was outside, worked well. So I've been really liking that. It doesn't break me out or anything. It makes my skin feel good and protected when I need it to. What is it? It's SPF 32. It smells good. I don't know if it has coconut in it or not. It kind of smells coconutty. So make sure you check ingredients if that's a concern. So this makeup is gonna be, makeup that you have seen already, because every makeup that I do lately is the exact same. So if you're tired of watching me do my everyday favorite makeup, because that's exactly what it is, then I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm gonna do more. We're just gonna talk. We're gonna talk about stuff. So yeah, I was on vacation early May when I filmed my Beauty Heroes video. I was out of town. I was in Williams, which is a couple hours north from where we live. And then this last weekend we were someplace else. We went out of state this time. I don't really think I want to talk about where I went because people are very judgmental these days. But I will say that I felt the most normal there that I've felt in a really long time. So how things have been, and I've talked about how I've had a really hard time with all of this in the last year and a half almost, and it felt good to like, you know, feel normal. So I'm trying to do things. I'm staying off, you know, I've been off social media a lot. I haven't been on Instagram all that much. I've been spending a lot of time reading or just with my kid, or, you know, we've been out of town, so we've just been like, you know, doing things that aren't directly related to social media. I think that's the one, social media, Instagram. It's not even like YouTube or anything. It's Instagram. Instagram makes me feel like crap about myself. It's not fun anymore. So like Instagram, I've basically quit because it's just not fun. It used to be fun. It used to be organic, and, you know, everybody who followed you, because they obviously followed you for a reason, you know, you see all the people's stuff that you follow, but now it's like the algorithm decides what it's going to show you, and I don't know. Instagram has not been good for my mental health for a lot of reasons. For that, just to feel invisible. I mean, who likes feeling invisible? And then, you know, pretty much everything from the last year and a half has just been like, you get all of your news basically from social media, because I don't watch the news. I am just on Instagram, and that's where, you know, people repost things, and, you know, you see stuff going on in other parts of the world or the country or whatever. And, you know, that's really affected my mental health pretty badly, is just like all the stuff going on in the world. But I'm trying to do things to change that, like not be on it so much, you know, or when I'm on it, limit the amount of time that I spend on it. And if it starts to get overwhelming, I just get off of it. And I do something else, you know, like read. I've been reading a ton.
You just gotta close the door.
Okay, close the door. My kid doesn't want to hear me talk. You know, read, go on trips, talk to friends, things like that. I've been trying, but it's been difficult. If you guys watch my videos regularly, you know kind of where my head's been at. And I haven't really been there. You know, I haven't cried about anything, you know, because I've been, you know, focusing, I'm saying, you know, a lot, and I'm sorry for that. I've been focusing a lot about, you know, like, it's so like instinctive. You can't even like not do it. I've been so focusing on other things that I'm not letting myself get there, if that makes sense. So things have been better. You know, I'm still taking my Prima, the daily supplements. There were a couple of days where I did miss it, and I could definitely feel like a difference in sort of like my mindset when I didn't take them. And again, I don't know if that's like all in my head or if that's like an actual like thing, but I'm back on them regularly, and I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling pretty okay. I'm gonna spray some, I like to spray my face when I put powder foundation down before I do, you know, like blush and bronzer and all that. So it sort of like helps the foundation like melt into the skin more. And then I do spray it again after I put blush and bronzer on, but I just like to spray my face before I put anything else on. And I'm still loving the In Beauty Project Power Up. So anyway, besides all that, besides the traveling and the other stuff that's going on, Beauty Heroes is having a sale this week. It's their last sale before Black Friday, so they're doing 20% off. So if you've been wanting anything from Beauty Heroes, I've been looking at Mara quite a bit. That Mara, oh, that's not a bronzer. That Mara line, they recently launched. I know Detox Market launched them too. I've been looking at their stuff. Unfortunately, the cleansing oil is sold out, and I really wanted to try the cleansing oil because it sounds really good. And then Beauty Heroes did send me their vitamin C, which is great because I love vitamin C, and I really want to put together sort of like a super comprehensive like vitamin C serum video once I've tested quite a few. I am getting a hold of the Maya Chia, the new vitamin C from Maya Chia. They are sending me that. And then, so Beauty Hero sent me the Mara vitamin C. I do have quite a few vitamin C's that I've tried, and then I've got a couple more that, you know, like are on the list of things to try. So again, it's like not one of those videos that's going to be anytime soon, because vitamin C is definitely a product you want to use for, at least for me, you know, I want to use it for a while to make sure that it's like actually working. I did switch because I was using, what was it? The Aura. I was using the one from Blissoma, and I'd used it for quite a bit, and I noticed, you know, like some results, but it was very minimal. So I did switch that, and I am using something else, which I started noticing results from like pretty much right away. So that one that was in the Beauty Heroes box this month, which I think today is the actual like last day that it is available. So it's the Blissoma Photonic and Aura Light Shifting something or other, I forget. That one is much gentler, and I think I've used like nearly half the bottle, and I expected to sort of see, you know, more results by now, but I haven't, so I switched. So keep your eye out next month for an update on what I'm using. I'm not going to tell you what, because it just so happens to be in a box. But yeah, I'll keep you updated. I'll keep you updated. And I'll have all the products that I'm using listed below, which is basically every product for every video that makeup video that I've done in the last couple of months. It's all my Lima Pure stuff. It's what I love the most. It just is what I continue to use. And like, that's the thing too, is like, I feel like I've been very boring because I just do the same makeup all the time. My videos haven't really been that interesting. So like, I want to do other stuff. So like, one thing that I was thinking about, maybe you guys tell me if you're interested. So like I said, I've been doing a lot of reading. I used to read a lot. Like when I was in high school, I read a ton. Even when I was in college, like up through 2012, I read like a lot of books. I would read like, I mean, maybe not a lot to like some people. Maybe some people are like faster readers and like read a lot more than this, but like 40 to 50 books a year, which is a lot. I mean, for me, because I read like long, sort of like more complicated books. At least I used to. I used to read like more like complicated stuff. Not like stuff that you could read in like a day. Like I didn't used to read those kinds of books. I used to read, you know, like a lot of Stephen King, and his books are very long and like, you know, drawn out, and it would take me a long time to read some of those books. I read a lot of Stephen King. I mean, that's pretty much most of what I read. But then like 2013, 2014, I was in college at the time. I graduated from ASU in 2008. Oh God, what year did I graduate? Yeah, 2008. I can't even remember anymore. So I graduated from ASU in 2008. I was married the year before. And then I was working, and I did a lot of reading during that time because, you know, I didn't have a lot going on. And then when I got to the company that I'm with now, they do tuition assistance. So there was a period of time in around 2013, 2014-ish, before we decided to have kids. It was like 2012, 2013, 2014, that I decided to go back to school. So I was going to a community college just to sort of get like, because I was going to do like a second bachelor's. So I was going to school to do like business, and I did that for a year and a half. And then I just we decided we wanted kids, and it just didn't make much sense for me to go anymore. And I got kind of burned out, and like, I didn't really need it. I'm pretty established in my job. Like I'm not under any kind of threat of like losing my job if I don't have like a business degree or something. And, you know, we wanted to have a kid. So like that took up a lot of time. So I went for like a year and a half. I did really well. I got all A's, which I can't say the first time I went to college, because the first time I went to college, I didn't really want to be there. I got like C's, you know, C's get degrees. And I did. I mean, but I've thought about going back, you know, at some point, like maybe picking the program Whoa, got a frog in my throat. Picking the program back up again because I was doing business. I've thought about it. My job will still pay for me to go back to school if I really want to, but I don't know. I haven't decided. Today I'm using the blush Apple Blossom by Alima Pure. Everything else is the same, but I switch up my blush and my highlighter sometimes, and this is the blush that I've been really liking a lot lately. It's just this very light, just like pink. It almost looks sort of like carnation-like, but then it sort of goes on a little bit, you know, not so pink. Anyway, so up until then, because, you know, I wasn't reading as much because I was in school, so I was doing a lot of homework and reading, you know, textbooks and stuff. And then we had a baby, and then, you know, reading sort of fell off the map for me. So like for the last 5 years, I haven't read more than 2 books a year. Most years I would read like 1, 2, 0. And I've wanted to get back into it. You know, Oliver's older now. He you know, he can entertain himself a little bit longer, and you know, when we're sitting outside or whatever, I can watch him play while I read my book. And so I've picked it up this month especially. So I think I read, oh no, I didn't finish an actual book until this month. So like I hadn't read anything until May. And then, you know, like my mental health was not doing so well. So I was like, okay, I need to do something besides social media because, you know, social media is just like, it's literally like killing me. So I decided to start reading again. And so this month alone, just in May, I've read 6 books. I feel pretty proud of myself. I'm on my 7th. I started this one last night. What is this one? Vox. It's sort of like, I haven't actually read The Handmaid's Tale, but I've watched the show, obviously. So it's sort of, this is sort of, so far, I'm only a quarter of the way in, but it feels like a modern day Handmaid's Tale. I know that the show of Handmaid's Tale is in more modern day, but the book was written, you know, not in modern day, I think. I don't actually know. Maybe I need to read that one next. But this sort of feels just like another version of like The Handmaid's Tale to me. So what I was thinking could be fun to like do something different. You know, I've been talking about like I've wanted to do like a live stream, but I mean, coming on and watching me do my makeup, that doesn't really sound all that interesting because I do that anyway. What if I did like a live stream sort of like book club kind of video, like once a month or something, where I like talk about the books that I've read, and like maybe if you guys have read them, we can talk about them. So like here, I can show you the books that I've read so far. So I've read Me Before You. I'll write them down below too. Silent Patient. A bunch of you guys recommended me The Silent Patient actually, and that one was very good. The Woman in the Window, which sort of started this whole thing because before The Woman in the Window, I had finished this book, The Power. I started this last February, but this book I did not enjoy, and I was just like struggling to get through it. So this is the first book I finished this year because I was just like, I wanted to be done with it. And then when we were in Flagstaff earlier this month, we were in, you know, like a bookstore in town, and I just randomly, we were like browsing. I wasn't planning on buying anything, but then I saw, you know, this was one of those sort of like local bookstores where like, you know, they give their recommendations of like what is like the most interesting book or like what book they would recommend. And a couple of the employees, I guess, recommended this book. So I picked it up and I saw that it said Netflix film, and I knew nothing about it. I didn't even know it was going to be like a Netflix movie. And so then I read this in 24 hours, couldn't put it down, loved it. And then I read, you know, I asked for your guys' recommendations for like other books. And then, so I've also read Behind Closed Doors. I really liked that one. Penny Dreadful. One of my favorite genres of books is culinary mysteries, and this is the first in like a new series. There's 2 of them, and I think there's a 3rd one coming out later this month or maybe later this year or whatever. This one was cute. It was fun. And then this one I'm reading right now. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. Like if that's something that you would be interested in, is like doing sort of like a little book club chat kind of thing. I don't know. I just thought it would be kind of fun and different and interesting to like do something besides makeup. You know, I'll have a backyard makeover video up on my channel soon because next week we're actually having the backyard redone. I know I've talked about it a lot, but there's a beam over here that holds up our house that we have to get replaced. And I wanted to make sure that got replaced before we did the pavers because I didn't want to have to like take out the pavers, or like if something happened with the foundation, like the pavers crack, because then that would just be expensive to repair. So I wanted to make sure everything was good before we actually put the pavers in. So yeah, we're getting the beam replaced, and then after that, the backyard will be done. So next week, I'll be able to film like my after for my backyard renovation. So I'll have a backyard renovation to show you guys, and then, you know, in the fall, I'll start to have more like gardening content, because I'm gonna plan to do a fall garden. I know I have a couple of my like sub pods out there right now, and it's sort of like practice gardening, but I'll do like a real fall gardening thing happening out there, and we'll see how it goes. You know, I don't expect, you know, to grow like massive amounts of food. I expect a lot of it to be a failure, but that's sort of like, you know, it's like the learning curve. Like, I'm just learning. I'm gonna have fun doing it. So anyway, that'll be something that's coming up, is a backyard renovation video. So like, I just want to do different stuff. Like I said, I just want to have fun, because I feel like lately I just haven't been having a lot of fun. And like, I love beauty and everything, but like sometimes it does, like it does feel, I mean, it can feel competitive, because you're essentially competing for other people's times. And when, you know, a video you really love and you put a lot of work into doesn't get a lot of views, you're like, okay, well, why? And I try not to let like views or likes or comments or whatever like determine my worth or how I feel about myself, but you can't help it sometimes. Sometimes those feelings just inevitably creep in, because you're putting yourself out there on a platform where you're basically competing for other people's time. I don't know. And like, I don't want it to get to the point where I just want to have more fun. You know, I'll keep doing beauty stuff, obviously, because I love it. I do. But I want to start doing some other stuff. And I know that I've said that a lot over the years, but like, I think now that I really mean it. I mean, it won't be as much as beauty stuff, but like, you know, a couple of times a year we'll do some gardening stuff. If I ever do any kind of like home renovation project, I'll do like a before and after, because I think after the backyard, we want to paint the house, which, I mean, really, we're not going to do. So that's not really something that I could like, you know, document. That would be of interest to anybody. But you know, eventually we're going to want to redo the bathrooms. We're going to want to redo the floors. We're going to want to redo the kitchen. So like that kind of stuff, when it happens. I mean, those are very expensive projects and will take a long time to save up for. But you know, oh, I should do I'm going to respray the setting spray before I put my mascara on. I'm going to put on my old Magic Bloom too, just because I'm trying to use up the old perfume. Here's the new. So here's the old packaging for when it was first in the scent club, and then here's the new packaging. The new packaging is so pretty. But yeah, I've been wearing this one a lot because it's my favorite. It's my favorite scent. It's just so bright, fruity. I love it. So yeah, you can still get this one. It's a permanent scent now. I've been meaning to do like a video for this, like just this. So we'll see. We'll see if I get it done. We'll see. And then I'm just using the Ilia mascara because I have a little baby one. I brought it with me to travel. So anyway, so what else have we got? So we talked about, you know, I went on vacation, feeling pretty good, just like taking some time off social media, trying not to get, you know, I'm trying not to let it bring me down, which sometimes it can. You know, nobody wants to feel like they could disappear and nobody would care, because I do feel like that. I do feel like I could disappear off the platform and like nobody would care. I mean, like my friends would care, but like I would keep up with my friends, right? And I've always kind of felt that way, like my whole life. I've always kind of felt like I could just disappear and like nobody would care. And it doesn't help that over the years I've had people who just have, I mean, I guess you phase in and out of people's lives, you know, depending on what's going on in your life, what's going on in their life. But like, you know, social media is, it's another one of those, this is another one of those things that like gets me really down about like life and social media in general, is because you watch other people interact with other people, and you see people phase out of your life, though they're not phasing out of anybody else's life. And, you know, I put a lot of effort into trying to maintain relationships from like high school, because I thought these people were like my friends for life. And then, you know, you can only try so many times before you just can't try anymore. You know what I mean? So like, it just became the point where I was the only one trying to set up, you know, get-togethers and like, you know, come visit me or whatever. Like, I just had a baby, I just bought a house, like, you know, because you want to see people. But then like these people cancel, they never want to reschedule, they never want to get together, until it gets to the point where you just can't. You can't put yourself out there like that anymore, you know? Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I hope it does. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's been in like that kind of situation where you've got friends that you thought were your friends and then they just don't seem to make as much of an effort as you. Like, I'm an introvert, and I definitely don't need to see people all the time. Like, I could not do that. I couldn't handle seeing people all the time, but you know, like a couple of times a year, like, yeah, I want to see people. And when those feelings aren't reciprocated, you just feel, I guess, worthless, or like they never really cared to begin with, or you don't matter at all in their life. Those are hard feelings to have, you know? And I'm not talking about any of the people that I've made friends with through YouTube. This is strictly about people that I grew up with. You know, I went to middle school and high school and like college with these people, and we were friends for over a decade. And it hurts to feel like all that time, you know, I thought these people were my friends, and then it got to a point where it just didn't seem like they cared anymore. So I stopped trying. You can only let yourself get hurt so much. But that's what I'm talking about. That sort of feeling where you can disappear and like nobody would care. You know? I know my friends now would care. I know Andy and Valeria and Erica and Ashley and, you know, the people that I've become really good friends with through this, I know they would care. But it sucks. It sucks to feel like invisible sometimes, you know? I didn't bring a lip gloss apparently. So I'm just taking the Tower 28 Magic, because that's what's sitting here. But yeah, I think about these things a lot. I guess more than I realized I did. I don't mean to, because like, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I've been trying to keep my head out of this like negative mental headspace where you constantly feel like worthless, or like you could disappear and nobody would care. I'm trying to keep myself out of that headspace, because like, I know that there are people in my life who would care. Like, I obviously know that, you know, and I could never do that to my kid. But you want to feel, I mean, at least I do. You want to feel like your life matters to other people too. Which I don't know, maybe I shouldn't, but I grew up so much of my life not mattering to anybody that for a while in this space, I kind of felt like I had that. And I feel like I've just kind of hit the point again where I'm invisible. There's just so many people in this space now. You just feel invisible. Anyway, okay, so all that. So Beauty Heroes is having a sale if you're interested. It's the last one until Black Friday. And you know we do Black Friday big over here. So there's that. The Detox box, I know I've had a few people ask me about my thoughts on the Detox box. I actually just used it for the first time today, and I do really enjoy it. So I will try to get some kind of separate video out on the Detox box. But if you are interested in that, I guess just, and you want to know my thoughts, just DM me. If you want to know my thoughts outside of, I do really enjoy it and I would recommend it. I mean, if you've been looking at sort of like an exfoliating shampoo, I do like that one actually. And that one's a good sort of like dupe for the Goop one. The granules on it aren't as big. The granules on the Goop scalp scrub are a lot bigger, but they are both shampoo scrubs. So like they actually do suds up in foam. So I do like that. It felt really nice in my hair. It felt kind of like cooling. It didn't have like a really strong scent on it and it made my hair feel really nice. There's also a scalp mask, which I don't know that I have much of an opinion on, at least so far. It said it's supposed to be like cooling and hydrating, but I mean, I don't really have scalp issues to begin with, so I don't know that that might not be something that's necessarily geared towards me because I don't have like, you know, dry, flaky, itchy scalp or anything like that. So maybe that would be helpful to somebody who's got more dry, flaky, itchy scalp, and I'm just not someone that does, but it was nice. It wasn't like intense or anything like that. It just felt kind of like nice. And then it comes with a deep conditioning mask, which was also very nice. It's not too heavy. I still put leave-in conditioner in my hair even after using the deep conditioning mask, and my hair is not too heavy. I mean, it's also very short right now, but it could still feel heavy if I put too much product in it, but it didn't. So I really liked that. And it also comes with a baby dry shampoo, which I'm actually not sure if I didn't get or if I accidentally threw it away because it was so tiny. Either way, I don't have that, so I can't give my opinions on the dry shampoo. It is just like a tiny little thing though. And then it also comes with castor oil, which I didn't use. So if you're looking at it for the exfoliating shampoo and the deep conditioning mask and the scalp mask, I do really enjoy those three products. So, if you want like a separate video again, or just like DM me or something, if you want more thoughts or opinions, I don't know. I like it. I like that box. If they didn't send that to me, that's probably one that I would pick up because I was interested in those products anyway. But they did send it to me and I do really enjoy it. So that's Beauty Heroes Sale Detox Box. I don't actually know that I have anything else. I guess that's it. So yeah, we caught up. I did film a Silk Natural swatch video last week that I haven't posted yet, that I'll probably post right after this, maybe tomorrow or something like that. I'll post it. I have a huge empties that I need to film that I'll probably film tomorrow, and then maybe I'll post that this weekend. I'll have a fun makeup video next week. That's a collab with one of my good friends. We're doing something a little bit fun, just a little fun and different. And then I don't know, I'll figure the rest out. I don't know, we'll try to do some fun things. I'll try to just keep my mental health in check. Let me know how you feel about a book club live stream. Does that sound kind of fun to anybody? Let me know. And then if that is something you're interested in, or like, does mornings work better, afternoons, evenings? Sundays might be the best day for me to do that, because then I can sit like a chunk of time, like sit down with a chunk of time as like on a Sunday, because my husband works on Sundays, so I could at least get like an hour or two uninterrupted, and then I'm not working, so I don't have to worry about like, being logged on to the computer. Anyway, if that's something you're even interested in, let me know. Would Sunday work? Because that works the best for me. Okay, so I hope that you guys enjoyed. Let me know how you guys have been. Have you gone anywhere, done anything interesting? What books are you reading? Let's talk about books. I will leave the books listed down below that I've read, just so in case maybe you want to read them and you want to join my little book club thing, if that's something that I do. But if you also have read any books sort of like in these kind of genres, I love like dystopian stuff. I love that. Maybe more adult than like young adult. I know there's Hunger Games and Divergent and whatever, but maybe more adult dystopian stuff. Like murder mysteries, like these kinds of books. Not The Power. I didn't like that very much, but any of these other ones. The Silent Patient was a really good recommendation that you guys gave me. And then I think I've been recommended Where the Crawdads Sing. And then there's something else. I have it in my cart, but I'm reading some other stuff from my shelf that I had before I pick anything new up. Anyway, I'm just yammering now. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I will see you guys in my next one.